Today we are going to discuss the role of small and medium enterprises, right? So let us first understand how we define, how we categorize small and medium enterprises and how it is different from large scale enterprises, okay? What is the difference between large scale and small and medium enterprises? In fact, small and medium enterprises are defined together. Okay, so let us see how it is defined. You can see on the screen. Can you see on the screen, students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
There
Yes,
is,
sir.
Yes, sir.
yeah, this is the
Yes, sir.
definition. In fact, first part you can see existing MSME classification. This classification is based on MSMED Act 2006. जो first part है, ऊपर वाला part है, the upper part, existing definition that was defined in the Act 2006, right? And the classification is on the basis of manufacturing enterprises and the services enterprises. On the left uh, side, first column, you can see classification, and below that manufacturing, and after that services. In fact, micro, small and medium enterprises are classified on these two criteria. Manufacturing है या services enterprises है, दोनों का जो है investment criteria is different, right? So the classification is done on the basis of investment in plant and machinery or equipment. How much of investment is made by the enterprise on plant and machinery or equipment? So if you look at the first uh, category, that is micro enterprise under manufacturing, investment limit is less than 25 lakh, or 25 lakh means 2.5 million. Okay, so this is the criteria for manufacturing micro enterprise, whereas manufacturing is small enterprise, the investment criteria is up to 5 cr, 5 crore, right? Up to investment should be up to 5 crore. Okay, whereas for medium enterprises, for the manufacturing enterprises, investment limit is up to 10 crore. Okay, is this clear, students? The first row you can see manufacturing enterprises, micro, small and medium manufacturing enterprises, and their limit is up to 25 lakh, 5 cr and 10 cr. Below that you can see services enterprise. Services enterprise who are into providing services, right? Their investment criteria is less than the manufacturing enterprises. So micro service enterprise investment limit is 10 lakh or 1 million only, whereas for a small service enterprise the limit is 2 cr in investment in plant and machinery, whereas for medium enterprises, the service and medium service enterprise, the investment limit is up to 5 cr or 5 crore. So this is the existing criteria, but in 2020 discussion is going on in the parliament to change the criteria, and now there is a composite criteria. The criteria will include not only investment and investment in plant and machinery, but it will also include annual turnover. आप देख सकते हो below lower loop you can see in the table revised MSME classification. ये approve अभी clearly पूरा नहीं आया है, right? But discussion is going on that the MSME should be classified on two criteria: investment as well as annual turnover. Okay, and the classification will be common for both manufacturing as well as service enterprises, right? जो नया क्लासिफिकेशन आ रहा है उसमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विसेज दोनों का अलग अलग इन्वेस्टमेंट लिमिट नहीं दे रहे, कॉमन इन्वेस्टमेंट लिमिट होगा. ओके, सो माइक्रो अंडर द रिवाइज्ड क्राइटेरिया, माइक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस का जो है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सर्विसेज बोथ इन्वेस्टमेंट लिमिट विल बी 1 CR एंड टर्नओवर अप टू 5 CR. ओके, माइक्रो के लिए. वेर एज स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट लिमिट अप टू 10 CR एंड turnover 50 CR. Whereas for medium enterprises, the investment will be 20. They are discussing, or they are some discussion is going on that it may be up to 50 CR. Medium enterprises का 20 और 50 कुछ भी फाइनलाइज अभी नहीं हुआ, फाइनल होगा. ओके, इट मे बी 20 और 50 CR फॉर मीडियम एंटरप्राइज. वेर एज टर्नओवर जो है 100 CR का रख रहे हो. 100 CR. If it is up to 100 CR, it will be medium enterprise. Beyond 100 CR, it will be large enterprises. Okay, so this is how SMEs are defined and classified. Okay, is this clear to you, students? Is this clear?
Yes,
This
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
clarification
yes,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. You can take
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
a screenshot of this page, this PPT, if you wish. Okay, so moving on to the next uh, slide, we will see now the role which is played by SMEs. What role SMEs play in the economy? So let us see the role of SMEs. First thing is employment generation. SMEs create huge employment in the economy, right? It is next to agriculture sector. Highest employment is generated in agriculture sector, whereas next highest is in the SME sector or small medium enterprises sector. According to recent reporting in business standard, okay, the link is given, you can see SME generated employment up to 60 million. 60 million means 600 lakh or 6 crore people, and it creates employment up to 1.3 million every year. SME जो है जॉब जो हर साल क्रिएट करते, वो 1.3 मिलियन और 13 लाख जॉब हर साल क्रिएट कर रहे, और टोटल जो है 60 मिलियन. दिस इज द रिपोर्टिंग बाय business standard newspaper. Okay, so this way SME creates a lot of employment opportunities for the people in the economy. Okay, so this is the first role played by the SMEs. Next is the mobilization of resources and entrepreneurial skill. जो SMEs है वो हेल्प करता है mobilization of resource में, और it helps the to develop entrepreneurial skill or enterprise skill. एक ऑप्शन प्रोवाइड करता है ऐसे लोगों को, रिस्क टेकर्स को, जो कि लोकली अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज को यूटिलाइज करके दे start new business. So small industries can mobilize good amount of savings and entrepreneurial skill from rural and semi-urban areas, right? Those areas, large scale enterprises don't venture in the low rural areas, in the countryside. It is the small and medium enterprises which go to the rural area, tap the rural resources, rural skill, and utilize it and start ventures, start businesses, and it helps the economy to grow. So the second point under the heading of role of SMEs is mobilization of local resources and local enterprise. ये locally developed enterprises को enterprise develop करता, local resources को utilize करने में भी help करता है. Okay, so this is the second point. Okay, students, is this fine? If you have any question, you can raise, okay, or you can post in the chat box. If you feel so, you can send the question in the chat box. Okay, yes,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Moving on to the third point on the screen, you can see third point is equitable distribution of income. SMEs help, you know, distribute income in the economy more equitable, more on more equal footing, right? The income is distributed on equity and justice, on the basis of equity and justice. जो है जिसको जितना शेयर मिलना चाहिए उस हिसाब से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है एसएमईज सेक्टर में, राइट? सो it reduces inequality in the economy actually, right? So it ensures equitable distribution of income and wealth in the society. Indian society, it is written, but it is common for all the countries because these small, medium enterprises generate a lot of employment. And when it is generating employment, it is, you know, paying money to each and everyone who is participating in the employment generation process. Okay. And mostly this sector is in the unorganized sector. So people who are not in the mainstream, they are also being developed with the help of small and medium enterprises. So jo equitable distribution helps remove poverty, help remove, inequality of income in the society. Okay, so this is the third point on the screen. Okay, fine, moving on quickly to the fourth point that is on the screen. Provides opportunities for development of technology. In fact, ऐसा नहीं है कि टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट सिर्फ लार्ज स्केल एंटरप्राइजेस ही करते. At times we see, technology development happening in small and medium enterprises as well. There are people who are, innovative and who developed new processes, new technologies, even in the small enterprises. So that way, a small and medium enterprise help the economy, you know, grow by with the adoption and development of new technology. And this technology obviously is more compatible with the local resources. It adjusts the need of the local people and local production process. Okay, so the SMEs provides opportunities for the development of technology as well. So this is another role of SME. Okay, yes. Moving on to the next quickly, regional dispersal of industries. जो SMEs होते हैं वो एक जगह concentrated नहीं होते. It is not concentrated in one place. The you know the location of SMEs is, spread over all across the country. It is spread over all across the country. So it helps in regional dispersal of industries. Regional dispersal means it is available in most part of the industries, most part of the country. In every area you will find SMEs. Whereas if you see large scale enterprises, it is located in some of the urban centers, in some of the states, some of the pockets, whereas SMEs are available everywhere. So it is having a balancing effect in the economy, right? It helps the economy to grow in a balanced way because the industries are regionally spread over all across the country. It is not located, concentrated in one place, but in all the areas, right? There has been massive concentration of industries in a few large cities and different states of Indian, but the, small enterprises, you know, they are spread over all across the country. You can see this problem of concentration of large scale industries, is solved by SMEs, small and medium enterprises, which utilize local resources and brings about dispersal of industries in various parts of the country. तो ये जो है इक्विटेबल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और रीजनल बैलेंस डेवलपमेंट को भी प्रमोट करती है स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस. इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीवन स्टूडेंट्स अप टू हियर?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Moving on to the next point. The it promotes exports. SMEs promotes exports. SME, contributes a lot in the export in India, right? Small scale industries have, registered a significant growth in export over the years. आप अगर देखो data, the value of exports of products from the small scale industries increased from 393 crore, it was in 1973-74, which increased to 71,244 crores in 2002-3. तो ये जो है 2-3 में कितने many times it has increased. So in total it contributes 35% of India's total export. इंडिया से जितना भी एक्सपोर्ट होता है उसका 35% almost, 35 to 40% now you can say is contributed by small and medium enterprises only. So that way SMEs contribute to exports as well. Exports को भी बढ़ावा दे रहा है. एक्सपोर्ट में भी कंट्रीब्यूशन जो है एसएमईज का बहुत ज्यादा है. ओके, दिस इज द point here. Next, according to business standard reporting, SME accounts for how much? 45% of industrial output and 40% of total exports in India. SME sector together 40% of total export contribute करता है from India, and total industrial output जो है उसका 45%, it is near to 50% contributed by small and medium enterprises. So this way also you can see the importance of SMEs, how what role it plays in the economy. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And source is given here on the screen. Next point is it supports the growth of large scale industries. जो SMEs होते हैं ये large scale industries को भी help करते हैं, because you know that large scale industries do not produce each and everything whatever business they are in. They outsource the production of goods, with to the small ancillary units or medium enterprises. सारे के सारे large scale enterprises don't produce. So that way small industries play important role in helping bigger industries, industries and projects, so that the planned activity of development work is timely completed, right? So SMEs help completing the project in time. It helps the bigger industries by producing much needed equipment by the large scale industries itself. It provides components, accessories, semi-finished goods required by the large scale enterprises. So this is another role which is played by small and medium enterprises, that it supports the growth of big industries in the economy. Moving quickly on to the next point, better industrial relation. If you see, industrial relation is easier, there is less conflict in small and medium enterprises. The workers and management के बीच जो relation होता है SMEs में, that is more cordial, because the number of workers are less. Management is maybe single manager is there, or one owner is the manager, or few people are there. So relation between workers and the management is cordial, अच्छे relation होते. Whereas in big industries you find many times there is a strike, there is lockout, right? In bigger industries there is always conflict between trade union and the management of the company, right? So in SMEs there is better industrial relation, and this better industrial relation result into productivity, more productivity and more production in the sector, right? So which is good point, that if industries are at the small and medium enterprise level, there is less and less industrial disputes, industrial relations are cordial, so it helps the industry grow and production is achieved at the highest level, optimum level. Okay, so this is the point. Is this clear to everyone, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
these were the important points related to role of small and medium enterprises. Okay.